Homedawgs? My name is Gokey Gamer, coach of the Milwaukee Medichams, and welcome everybody to week 6 of the MGL, where this week we're going to be going up against Maki, coach of the Las Vegas Jetstreams, and also the commissioner of our division. Here are the teams. Plop! Overall, I'm very scared of this game. We do have to win this game in order to still be in the running for playoffs, so hopefully things go well. Communication ended due to an error. But yes, overall, I'm feeling pretty good about this game. I'm very excited and very nervous as well. Obviously, once again, we do have to win this game in order to make playoffs. In order to have a chance of making playoffs, I think we basically have to win out the rest of our season, and we got some very tough opponents ahead of us. But I do like my team that I built. I think I've got just enough cookery and also good sets in order to hopefully catch my opponent off guard and hopefully do some fun stuff. So, we'll get back into it once we connect. Alrighty, here we go. So, let's see what my opponent has brought to this game. We are going to go ahead and see Monferno, Clefairy, Drillbur, Corvusquire, Printlip, and Pawniard. Okay, so no Grimer, no Dolliv, no Elekid. That makes sense. We do see Corvusquire. Corvusquire surprises me a little bit, but not too much. Very glad not to see a Dragonair. I really thought Dragonair had a scary matchup into me. So, I should have done the smart thing and actually looked into, like, what I... like what each Pokemon does again. I should have done that, but you know what, it's fine, we're not gonna worry about it. I would not be surprised to see a Corvusquire lead. I think Corvusquire does make sense here, so I could lead Equilibrium on that. Equilibrium brings in Clefairy, and I have Bronzor to switch into Clefairy, which can also set me up for later in the game. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and lead Shelgon and call it a day there. I'm very excited. I'm bringing offensive Cutie Fly, so no sticky webs for me. It is offensive Quiver Dance Cutie Fly, and I am very excited about it. Hopefully I can start setting up on things like Clefairy or like later in the game or something like that. But yes, I'm very, very excited. Good luck having to my opponent as always, and now let's freaking do this. So immediately for the lead, we are going to go ahead and see it is going to in fact be the Corvusquire. So Corvusquire is going to be the lead. I'm going to lead my Equilibrium. Now, here's the question. Do I think you're going to absolutely nuke me? I don't think so. Why do you look so thin? Why does this bird look so thin? What the heck? I think an Iron Head catching a Clefairy switch makes the most sense here, so I think I'm going to lock in Iron Head. Do I think you stay in? No, I think you're going for a U-turn if I had to guess. I am very glad that I led this. We are going to see a U-turn. We're going to see we take a decent amount of damage against that. Let's see. Corvusquire. We're going to see, yep, that's going to be the Clefairy switching in. That's fine. Let's see. It looks like you definitely have a lot of attack investment on this thing, on the bird. We are going to go ahead and see that we do nuke this, which is really great. And then, yeah, this Corvusquire definitely has attack investment. So I think that is a banded Corvusquire, so that's important to note. Here I'm going to go into Bronzor just because I can and I want to. Bada bing, bada boom. Very, very free play from ya boy. We do like going into our buffer. Buffer the Bronzor. Let's go. We're gonna see a Thunder Wave. I'm okay with this thing getting paralyzed. If I had a Gyro Ball, then that would be insane here, but unfortunately, I don't. I could be revealing Body Press here. I could be doing a couple of things. So, the Clefairy here at this point, that's good to know about the Clefairy. I wonder if it has a Grass move for the Marshtomp then. Seems to be a mostly physical team. I'm going to click Reflect. We're going to see the swap, so hopefully we get this Reflect up. That would be really awesome. I'm curious to see what the check is for this. It's going to be Pawniard. That's what I kind of thought it was going to be. I thought it was Pawniard had a good chance of being the check here. We are going to successfully get the Reflect up, which is awesome for me. I could see this running Brick Break. I could definitely see this running Brick Break. I am very tempted to go into Cold Snap, though. And Cold Snap, the check for Cold Snap is probably going to be the Prinplup, maybe? I could also go into... Honestly, I could also go into Equilibrium here. Both Marshtomp and Equilibrium, I think, are good checks here. Do I need Equilibrium in this game? Kind of. I do like having Equilibrium alive for later in the game. I also kind of like having Equilibrium. I'm going to go into Marshtomp, though. I'm going to go ahead and send in my Marshtomp here. Even if we lose our item, that's fine. And also we resist steel moves as well, so that's an added bonus. They're not going for a steel move here, obviously. There's no reason for them to. We are going to see a Night Slash. It's going to do a decent chunk of damage. That's fine. I think here, I'm very tempted to go ahead and reveal the Focus Punch tech just to see what wants to switch in here. I feel like... I don't know. It might be, honestly, the Corvusquire. It might be the Corvusquire, actually. Do I Focus Punch here or do I Liquidation? I think what I do here is I Liquidation. I think Liquidation makes the most sense. If the Prinplup comes in, that's fine. I could also Yawn. Yawn is pretty solid. And I think with that Night Slash that tells me this is not banded, I'm going to go for a Yawn. We are going to go ahead and see the swap here, which is fine by me. Actually, it could be banded. I keep forgetting that I have, like, the things. So we are going to see this Corvusquire come in. That's fine. I think what I'm going to do here, we're going to go for a Yawn, make you drowsy. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go for another Yawn. I could switch into a thing that resists Bug, but I don't have anything that resists Bug, so I'm just going to click Yawn again. If this thing falls asleep, that's great. We are going to see a U-turn, that's fine. That does diddly squat because Marshtomp is a freaking beast. I don't like that I'm taking so much damage. That is a thing that I do have to keep in mind. I don't like that I'm taking damage here, but that's fine. We are gonna see the Prinplup switch in this time. That is fine by me. So Prinplup is going to be the switch in. I'm going to go for a double yawn. I think you're going to swap. In which case, do I go for a swap of my own? I could swap into Pikachu. This could give me a free Pikachu check because I don't think you don't go into Drillbur here. You could go into Clefairy. I think Clefairy makes the most sense. If I can weaken down Clefairy a little bit more, then that makes me look really, really solid in general. I think I'm actually going to go into Streamline because I have a feeling Clefairy is going to be the next check. We're going to go ahead and make the swap into Grovyle, and now I'm very curious to see if it is in fact going to be the Clefairy that switches in here, because if it is, that's absolutely phenomenal for me. We are going to see the flip turn. Okay, so flip turn, so that does reveal that this has pivoting as well, which means they're probably going into the Corvisquire here, unfortunately. However, we know at this point that this thing is in fact clicking U-turn here, most certainly, so I think what I'm going to do here is click sub. I think I'm going to click sub here on the U-turn. I think maybe, honestly, we could also see Monferno. Do we think we see Monferno here is the question. We are going to see the Corvisquire switch in. That makes sense. That does make the most sense to me. So we're going to see the Corvisquire switch in. Monferno is going to be the check for this, I think. So what I could do, honestly, I should be able to tank this if you are, like, banded, right? Because we're behind a Reflect. Okay, I can't take a Brave Bird, unfortunately. I could go for a sub just to see what you want to do, and I kind of am tempted to do that. I'll go for a sub. Let's see what you want to do. Because if you lock yourself into Brave Bird, then that's just dealing damage to yourself, which is pretty solid. I'm also curious just to see what type of attack you go for. You see the U-turn, that's fine. So we could see the Monferno switch in here. I think Monferno makes a lot of sense. We are going to take the damage here, which is fine. We're going to fade our substitutes. That is okay by me. And we're going to see that this Corvisquire retreats. Again, we're taking a lot of damage here, but the nice thing is if we can get Pikachu in and click a Trailblaze, I think we kind of just win, which is pretty nice. We also have to weaken the Clefairy. If we weaken the Clefairy and Pikachu is able to switch in, we win the game. So I think that's going to be my goal, because I do also have upper hand for Monferno, which is most certainly running Mach Punch. So that's really, really solid. We are going to see the Monferno, speaking of. So I think what I want to do, I kind of want to test this out and see if you are Scarfed. I don't need Grovyle as much, I don't think we do. So I'm kind of tempted to click sub. Let me see here. Yeah, Acrobatics straight up kills an offensive variant. I'm going to go for a sub. We do go for a sub here. We're going to reveal the Citrus Berry, which is awesome. We reveal it, and we're going to restore our HP back up to full. This also reveals that this is not Scarf either, which is also very, very solid for me. Let's see what they go for here. We're going to see just a CC. Great. That is awesome. I'm a big fan of this. So we could see them actually go for a U... Do you go for... No, you don't go for a U-turn. You have to know I'm running Acrobatics on this set. You have to know I'm running Acrobatics here, right? Surely. The only check for this is the Poniard, and I have a feeling the Poniard is Eviolite, so it's going to be able to eat this Acrobatics pretty reliably. I think I'm going to go for another sub. Yep, we're going to see the swap. Very glad I made this play. Let's see if this check is the Poniard. We are going to see the Poniard switch in. That's fine by me. I click sub and then SD. Substitute, bada bing, bada boom. That is fine by me. We're basically putting everything kind of on a timer. Our Reflect wears off, which is not ideal, but it's fine. We're going to set up an SD. SD here because we can and we want to, baby. Yeah. Alrighty. We're probably going to see some Sucker Punch shenanigans, I assume. I assume we're going to see some Sucker Punch shenanigans. We are going to see a Night Slash. That makes sense. That is a critical hit. That is fine. The substitute took damage. That is okay with me. We are going to see that the substitute fades. Sucker Punch probably does kill. I'm going to bet on the fact that you're going to predict me to go for that. I'm going to go for a Leaf Blade here. I'm just going to click Leaf Blade. We do go for the Leaf Blade here. Boom, that's a solid half to this Poniard, which is awesome. I'm a big fan of that. Night Slash is going to go off. Another crit that does suck for me, unfortunately, but that is what it is. The Poniard getting severely weakened is very solid for me. I'm a big fan of that. I could go into Cold Snap here. I could honestly also go Equilibrium and start just clicking setup buttons, which I do kind of like. I think I am going to go into Equilibrium here. I do like going into Equilibrium, because we should be able to tank whatever this thing wants to throw at me, because you should be able to tank this. I'm going to go for Dragon Dance. I think you're going to want to save this Poniard, because I have a feeling this Poniard has Sucker Punch specifically for the Pikachu. Little does Maki know that we're running Upper Hand. I really hope I get to click Upper Hand. The fact that Monferno isn't Scarf is also absolutely phenomenal too, because then I'm sure she has Mach Punch on that Monferno. I'm going to click Upper Hand at some point to block it. Or block the Sucker Punch on this Poniard, because Upper Hand should have faster priority than both Sucker Punch and Mach Punch. So that's pretty awesome. We'll see what my opponent opts to go for though. The fact that Clefairy does not have access to Unaware is absolutely amazing, and I'm a huge fan of it. I'm a very, very big fan of it. Also the fact that the Monferno isn't banded, the Corvisquire isn't banded, this is very interesting to me. We are going to go ahead ahead and see the swap, so that makes sense. Let's see if it's... I'm assuming the Clefairy has to be the check here. No, it's going to be Prinplup, actually. Very interesting. So Prinplup is going to be the switch. That is fine. We are going to go for a Dragon Dance here. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm assuming Prinplup is Eviolite then. But, I mean, this Outrage is doing a lot. And if this KO, like, straight up KOs Prinplup, then that's amazing for me. So I'm going to go for it. We see Ice Spinner. Oh, is this thing Scarf then? Oh, that's interesting. That does nothing. No, gosh. I'm so sorry. That Prinplup was Scarf. I am so sorry. That Prinplup is dead. That Prinplup is straight up dead. Shelgon's going to take a heavy hit from this Clefairy now, but that's fine. I'm okay with that. We're probably going to see a Thunder Wave, actually. Thunder Wave makes a lot of sense as a play here. I think if we do see a Thunder Wave, I don't care. I click Iron Head. I think that's what I'm literally going to do. We're going to Outrage here on the Clefairy. Oh no, Fairy type. Wow, that's so sad. The fact that Prinplup, I think Prinplup was the Scarf, so that's really nice. Drillbur must be an Eviolite user then. So, and this is the other Eviolite user. We already see a Moonblast here. We live on one because we're a freaking beast. Oh my god, I'm clicking Iron Head because I think it's funny. Alright, let's go, Iron Head, come on. Hit this Clefairy Equilibrium. Clutch it up for me, baby. Clutch it up for me, baby. Let's freaking go. Let's go. Let's go. I am so good at this game, baby. Let's go. Oh my gosh, dude. This Shelgon's insane. First Zachman, they're clutching up against this Shelgon. Never gets, knock on wood. I'm knocking on wood right now. But this Shelgon never gets confused. Never once in its life does it ever get confused. Lives on one. KO's a Fairy type. This thing is broken. Holy, dude. That's insane! I think I have to save this as a sack. I have to, right? Surely. I'm gonna go into Cold Snap. I don't care. Equilibrium. You have earned my respect. You KO'd a Prinplup and a Clefairy. Dude, that is insane. Let's freaking go. Alright, Marshtomp is gonna be the check. We are gonna see a Sucker Punch. Yep, that makes sense. I think Corvisquire is going to be the check here. I'm going to click Liquidation on the Corvisquire. We could also see the Pawniard just die here. I don't think we do, though. I think the Corvisquire is going to try to come in which case I sack off Shelgon. Dude, this is insane. Shelgon is a monster, dude. Shelgon is actually a monster. It's insane. Corvisquire is going to switch in here. We know at this point you're most likely banded. I think you're banded. We are going to go for a Liquidation here just to... Dude, my team is so good. My team loves me. What the? And the defense drop. Maki, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Maki. I'm so sorry. I really am. I really am so sorry. Shelgon, you did what you needed to do, my guy. Holy. Gravebird is going to pop off here. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Shelgon, you are an amazing person, and I love you. Holy crap. Corvisquire is damaged by recoil. That is fine by me. I'm going to go into Pikachu. Pikachu is going to go in, and I think I feel very fine, honestly, just going for a Volt Tackle. Or, honestly, I could also just click Play Rough. Volt Tackle or Play Rough. Do I go for... I'm going to go for Play Rough here. You're banded at this point. I know you are. Yeah, we're going to go for that. Corvisquire is going to go down. I am okay with this. This is fine. Drillbur is most certainly Eviolite at this point. If they go into Pawniard, I click Upper Hand. If they go into Monferno, I click Upper Hand. Either case, I'm clicking Upper Hand. I want to reveal the tech. We are going to see the Drillbur, though. That thing is most certainly going to be the thing. We do see the Mold Breaker as well, so that is for the Levitating Bronzor in the back. I am okay with that, though. I could go for a Trailblaze here, but I think you're going to just go for an attack. I don't care. I'm going to go into Cold Snap. Electrodynamics, come on back. Let's go. I think here what I might do, I might go for a Liquidation with Marshtomp. I do like that play. We are going to see, no, just a Rapid Spin, actually. So that's fine. I'm okay with that. Drillbur speed is going to raise. That actually did a lot of damage. That did more damage than I was expecting. I'm going to Liquidation here. You might be not Eviolite. I assumed you were Eviolite, but you might not be. Because that did do a lot of damage. We're going to see an EQ. That should be fine. We should be able to tank that. Yeah, we do. Barely, but we do. Liquidation here is going to pop off. Boom. Dude. Insane. Insane. This team is actually, wow. Marshtomp and Shelgon are just such a good duo. These two have been really serving my team well. Monferno is going to be the switch. You're going for Grass Knot, I'm sure. Do I save Cold Snap here? I don't think so. I don't think I need to. I think what I do, well, okay. Here's the thing, right? I have to figure out what I'm going to do next. I'm going to see if you have anything for this thing. You can see close combat. It's going to kill. That's fine. Now, do I think you're banded? You could be banded, honestly. You could definitely be banded. Do I care, though, is the question. I don't think I do. because I think I can just send in Pikachu here, right? Surely I can just send in Pikachu and you're not gonna die to a Monferno. You're not gonna die, yeah, you're not gonna die to a Monferno Mach Punch. I'm going to Electrodynamics here and I'm clicking Volt Tackle. I'm going to click Volt Tackle here to reveal the tech. I'm just gonna click Volt Tackle here. We are gonna see the swap, so they are gonna opt to let the Pawniard go down. I'm okay with, this is interesting. Okay, so Pawniard's gonna drop here, so all that's left is the Monferno. We're gonna go for a Volt Tackle, bada bing, bada boom. That is fine by me. So Pawniard's gonna drop. I think you're going to reveal the Mach Punch tech then. I think you're going to have Mach Punch. And you know what? Frick it. I'm here to have fun. I'm going to click the funny button, and that is upper hand. I'm clicking the upper hand button because that is funny. Upper hand. Reveal that Mach Punch tech, Maki. Reveal the Mach Punch. I want to go for an upper hand. Let me upper hand this thing in the face. She hasn't clicked it yet. She hasn't clicked it. Come on. No! Dang it. Crap. Okay, well, fair enough. I guess I should have Volt Tackled. Ah, well. Close combat's gonna come in. Oh, that could be banned. That could definitely be banded damage, actually. Is that banded damage? Well, it might not be banded, but it's interesting that they locked into close combat. I think that's a very interesting play from them. I'm going to go into Bronzor here, and I'm going to click Psyshock and hope that I break through Paralysis. Bronzor is going to be the switch. I'm going to go for a Psyshock here. Let's see. Okay, they aren't Scarf, so they aren't Choice, so they go for a Flare Blitz here. We live because of Heat Proof, and let's see here. Bronzor, I believe in you, baby. I believe in the Bronzor, baby. Let's go. Yeah. All right. And Cutie Fly should be able to finish off this game because I have enough speed to outspeed this. So we should, in theory, pick this up as a 1-0 victory, which is massive for me. Critical hit doesn't matter. Thankfully, that didn't show up later or the turn earlier. Not that it would have mattered, but yeah. Monferno was damaged by the recoil. Defragment is going to come in and pick up a kill. We love to freaking see it, baby. Defragment is going to come in. I'm going to go for a Psychic just because I can and I want to. And that should be GG's. That is GG's to Maki. Really, really well played. Massive for us as well. We are looking pretty good. I think at this point now, because of the rankings, we are now technically in 4th. I would love to win against Maki, and I would love to win against Nova as well, but we are looking pretty solid, because our differential is actually really good, too, because of the massive victories we had against Zachmander and Twisted as well last week. So, really massive for us. GG's to my opponent once again. I'm really sorry about the hacks that happened. That is very unfortunate, but apparently my Pokemon are just well-trained. Grovyle was well-trained last week. Shelgon and Marshtomp are doing their thing. This team I'm really enjoying this team now that I'm actually knowing how to use it. I've learned how to use it. So I'm really enjoying this team a lot more now, and I am really hoping that I can make playoffs with this team because I'm attached now, man. I wasn't attached before. I was kind of like, this team's okay. And now I'm like fully attached and I want this run to be a thing. So, Daria, Nova, please go easy on me. I beg. No, don't go easy on me. Don't go easy on me. I want to win because I want to win based on my skill. But regardless, that's going to be it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you all enjoyed this video. What a great game. Please be sure to check out Maki and her channel down in the description below. I cannot wait to see her side of the battle. And with all that being said, I'll see you soon in the next video. Peace out, mates!